Heads up. If you have kids around,
parental advisory is in effect.
This is the Bone is Bone podcast with Lamont and Tonelli.
It's like water torture.
Baby Huey.
Shasta.
And Joe Hawk.
Welcome back, friends, to the Bonus Bone podcast. Shasta, Lamont, Tonelli, Baby Huey. And we have our first celebrity guest on this
very cool.
We do.
podcast. Carlos Mencia and Cisco in the house.
I'm not much of a celebrity yet.
I want you guys to us, darling.
He will be. I want you to understand how amazing what you guys did. You transformed my world. So, one of my favorite jokes that I don't even know who tells, but he said, Dasani tastes like water that was put in a plastic bottle and somebody put a nickel in it. And that metallic-y taste was something that always bothered me about Dasani.
Yeah.
Right.
And I came in here, you guys offered me water, and it's Dasani in an actual metal container.
Yes.
And it doesn't taste nasty.
Right?
Because for the first time, I'm like, it tastes the way it's supposed to. In metal. Yes. Thank you, Dasani, for doing this.
That's
You
So,
saved
right.
the nickel.
It changed my world. Yeah, the nickel belongs now. So I'm good. I'm good to go.
Now, I'll tell you, when we were talking about what celebrity do we want on our first podcast, I said, hey, Carlos Mencia is in town, and he's the perfect guy because you have the most fascinating freaking story ever, and I hope you never get tired of talking about this, but how many brothers and sisters do you have?
We can tell the full version.
Let me put it to you this way.
Yeah.
I was in Phoenix, and I was staying in a part of town in Mesa where there's a bunch of Mormons. And there was not one Mormon family.
Right.
Not one. That didn't find out that I had 11 sisters and 6 brothers.
Yeah.
And Mormons went, damn, your mom. Like, that's, when a Mormon with 12 kids looks at you and goes, what? What? You know, that's when I go, damn, oh my God. Like, that's a lot. But it was different.
Mormon.
See, like, people don't understand. After like the 4th kid, it was just a machine, like a cycle, right? The old kids took care of the young kids.
Yeah.
My parents worked.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like what everybody thinks of today. You know, today where we have anxiety about our kids and all this. You know what I mean? I was 5 years old, disappearing for 3 hours, coming back. Nobody cared.
Exactly.
Nobody cared.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got in trouble once in my life because we left at 9 o'clock in the morning and came back at 9 o'clock at night. And my mom was just a little pissed off.
Right.
But that was it. That's the only time.
Do you remember what you were doing when you disappeared for 12 hours?
Yeah, we went on this like mission. I swear to God, it was like one of those movies, man. We went on a mission to go see how far this tunnel would take us.
Yeah.
You were in Goonies.
Yeah, pretty much. We were Goonies. Yeah. And there was one point where we were walking in sewage water. We didn't know at the time. We didn't know at the time.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, there was a hole in the middle of where we were walking, and I didn't know, and I stepped in it, went underwater.
Holy crap.
Came back up, thank God, and didn't die.
Oh, my God.
But no, that's the best part is we continued. Dude, there wasn't even a part of me that went, should we go back? We're like, let's keep going. I smell like shit, but it's all good. Yeah, it was, yeah. I think that's what saved me from an ass whooping, because when I got home, my mother was like, where were you? I can't... Why do you smell like shit? And then it became the joke on why I smell like crap. You know what I mean? So it probably saved me from getting whooped. Because my mom was, you know, by the time I came around, my mom, she was a pretty angry woman.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she's a pretty
where
angry
are you
woman.
in the lineup? How many kids?
I'm 17th.
You're 17th.
So by the time I came around,
Poor
you know what I'm saying?
She had no
Yeah,
patience
she
at
was
all.
over it.
Yeah.
She was over it.
She was way over it.
Yeah.
And there was no vaginal rejuvenation.
So you just walked out. You just like, hello.
Oh, that's a story I've never told anybody.
Okay.
So,
what, your mother went for vaginal rejuvenation?
no. So when I started making decent money, you know, 06, 07, 05-ish, that kind of time, I said to my mom and dad, I go, listen, no disrespect, but Mom, you know, they have this surgery called vaginal rejuvenation, and I know.
That is spectacular.
I go, Mom, you've had a lot of kids. Like,
let's be real.
let's like, I'm doing this I'm doing this out of kindness of my heart, and I want to tell both of you so there's no disrespect. And my dad goes, now? That's all he did. That's all he said. And I was just like, what do you want me to do? I was trying to be rich.
So did your mother have vaginal reconstruction surgery?
She did.
Good for
she
her.
Did. She did.
Good for her.
Which was a huge mistake. Huge mistake.
Why?
Because I opened the door to talking about my mother's vagina. And then I made it tighter. Just imagine the things that my father said to me ever since that day about their sex life.
You've got to tell me. You've got to tell me. What's the one thing when your dad said it to you, just like, oh my God?
That, okay, so about 8 years ago, I go up, because on Sunday sometimes I go to my mom's house, or she'll make food for me and call me over, come over, like special stuff. So she made this cactus, nopales, for me with eggs. And anyway, so I go up there. And my dad goes, mijo, I want to thank you, mijo, for doing the vagina thing for your mother. But last night we didn't need it because I went back door and it was better. And and I swear to God, I looked at my mother, right? Like, this is a joke, right? And she gave me that look where she looked at me and went like, and I was like, oh my God, it's real. Oh my God. Why? And why are you touching my tortillas, bitch? Get your hands off my food. It was, and then they get mad at me. Then you didn't know. You have 11 sisters and 6 brothers, but you didn't know. Let me do it. Oh, you did it. You made it tighter. Then by the end of all of this, it's my fault that my dad wanted back door because I made her so vagina young that she was on her period and he doesn't like that, so he went back door. But it's my fault. It's my fault
now
for rejuvenating my mother's vagina.
Thinking of this whole situation, so to speak, with your mother getting the vag reconstruction, and how many kids, and your dad's a sex machine, basically.
Sex machine.
Do you think your mother might be asking for like an asshole reconstruction after this down the road?
Is that a thing?
Yeah, well, you know what?
Can you get a rectum reconstruction?
You know what? I am doing a special, so I'm going to have the money, Mom. In a few months when this special airs and I start doing the road again, oh, Mama! We're going to, you know what, Mom? And I'll throw a bleaching for free. There you go. I want my dad to be like, and it's pink and everything.
Mom, if you're listening to this, I'm not doing this ever. I'm not buying you anything.
Don't open up that can. No. Don't do it.
Now, my mom is.
Your mom's dirty, dude. What are you talking about? Your mom and dad are dirty.
Yeah, but my dad.
When your dad passed away.
Yeah.
You were the one tasked
to
go in his room.
I got to hear this story.
So he was the one tasked to go in the room and take care of like all his stuff.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell everybody what you found?
I found one of those elephant thongs.
No way. After your dad passed away?
Yeah, he had an elephant thong, and then, he filled it up, though. He filled it up. He was very blessed.
He was blessed.
He was very blessed.
He filled out the whole elephant trunk.
The whole trunk. The whole trunk. My dad was a good... I don't think I'm his son. I don't think I'm his son.
You don't think
Nah.
No? You don't have Pinocchio's nose?
No. I had to throw that trunk away. So bad.
My wife is...
Hold it. How do you know you didn't fill it?
I tried. I'm not going to lie. Right? I was like, let me see what the whole hype is about. And it was embarrassing, and I said, let me throw this away.
Well, at least, and then you asked your mom about it, and she didn't shy away.
She was like, 35 years, And I was like, what do you mean? She goes, we had to make it fun.
Gotta keep it interesting.
And I was like, so all those times you guys were fighting in the room, you guys, she was like, no, we did other things too. Like, my mom was nasty,
here's
bro.
what I found out last night. We were talking about this on the way up, right?
Yeah.
And so here's what it is with this family. I figured it out. And his dad passed away. Yeah. So after about 25 years or so, he wanted, invigorating sex.
Yeah.
And she did too, but they didn't know how to get there.
Yeah.
So when he was a kid, they would have a fight.
Yeah.
then she would come out with a robe, and he would come out like wearing trunks. And then they'd go back in and fight again. But the fight sounded a little different than the first fight. And I had to tell him, like, dude, your parents are banging in there after fighting. Yeah. Like, so they would pick fights on purpose.
Yeah. Is this what happens after 25 years of marriage, guys? So, you've been both married that long, right?
I don't talk to my wife.
Perfect.
Usually fighting is foreplay.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's more of a Latino thing, you know? Like I think Latino families, like, they
like
fight.
The makeup sex.
The makeup sex, because they're very passionate people. I don't think that's...
They're very passionate.
Well, I'm talking like if I'm not Latino, but yeah.
Just because you're black, it don't mean you don't speak Spanish, Dominican.
Yeah, I'm half black.
Listen, you lose 200 pounds and you could play for the
I might be able to fill up those trunks if I lose 200 pounds. Because they say every 30 pounds you lose, you gain an inch, right? Oh, you've done that?
I've noticed that.
I've noticed that.
How much? 30 pounds recently.
You gained it back, obviously.
Hey, listen, I've lost like 30 pounds. I don't know if it got bigger, but I definitely see more. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if it's actually because I couldn't see it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it definitely looks bigger.
You had the dick do.
They can do. This guy says that if you push the fuda, right?
The fuda, the fat upper dick area, you push it back.
He'll give you a couple extra inches.
You got a couple inches.
That's what he says.
It's a real thing. It's a real thing.
That's a real thing.
It's a real thing. I call it the peekaboo.
The peekaboo?
Yeah, because when it's hiding and then peekaboo and it pushes back. Call it the peekaboo.
Oh, it's gone again.
Yeah.
Right. So have you ever heard this before?
No, I mean, we just talked about fupa this morning for girls. I didn't know
so
for
he's
guys.
fuda.
Yeah,
he's fuda.
Yeah, the dudes are fuda, women are fupa.
But women don't have a benefit from fupa. With fuda, you get to do a peekaboo. We don't get any of that stuff. We just have to wear really high-rise jeans.
But when women have the fupa, it's beneficial for men. Because when we go down, it's like we lay our head on the fupa.
It's like a pillow.
Like a pillow.
Mike Lindell over here.
Listen, I don't know if you know this, but when chicks are too skinny, sometimes you hit that pelvic bone, and it's not. No.
This is wonderful news. This is keep talking, please. That's
for all the ladies listening.
I'm just
gain
telling you,
gain weight.
Gain weight.
Yes.
Gain enough weight that we don't hurt you. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
no, because imagine just skin on skin. You're both skinny and you're just hitting that and
bone on bone.
Bone on bone.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
you got two little things right here on the side of you. It's just horrible. It's
you need
horrible.
Cushion for the pushing. That's why they say that.
A little bit.
He's let's not
look at this guy. That's too much.
Listen.
Like I don't want
perfect.
2 extra inches of vagina. I don't need that. I just don't want to hurt you. That's all I'm in for. I'm in for the not hurting. I want to please you. That's it. I'm okay with that. Listen, I know the math. The average size of a man's penis is 6.5 inches. The average length of a woman's vagina is 9 inches. So I'm okay with that. Right. I don't have to hit the back. I'm not that guy. You know what I mean?
Organs.
No, I don't want to hurt you. Even though I will say this, my dream is to put my penis inside a black woman and have her go, ow. That is my dream. That is my dream in life.
You've never done that?
What?
You never had
one time, but it wasn't my penis that hurt her. It was an elbow in the wrong. Listen, that's not the point, dude. I thought you were on my side, bro. What is this? But I get it. So, it's more about not hurting. Because, you know what I mean? Like, when you're really skinny, even doggy style, you get that little kind of pelvisy thing, the little backbone, the tail. It just, you don't like that. No.
I love this.
You want a cushion, right? You know what you want? You want to be doing it doggy style and be able to hit the wave, right? You hit it, and it creates a wave on her ass that goes forward, and then kind of comes back, and you kind of tennis ball it. Just and then it sounds like
kind of like a
because
game,
you're hitting it, and she's going, so it sounds like,
tennis.
2 chicks playing.
What happens
tennis?
If you can only tennis ball it once, and that's it.
Exactly.
Well, it turns into a game, so it's like
you don't
really.
3 sets. Let's get that out of the way. This game is gonna end love 30 really quick. We're not even gonna get to the end of it.
I can't return serve.
That's an ace. Good job. See ya. I find that the older I get, the better I am at not being, not arriving quickly, I guess.
Not arriving quickly.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, that makes sense, right?
Yeah, because when you're young, you know what I mean? You're like, oh my God. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why.
Me personally, like, I could last a while, but I just get tired. So I'm just like, let's just do it now.
Okay, can I just say something that is probably something that most girls
takes too long.
It doesn't need to be all that long. I don't know why guys get wrapped up in like, oh, I gotta go forever. Like, no.
Because it's you women that do that.
No.
You women, I want a man that can last 45 minutes. How many breaks in between?
No. A good solid, like, 15 minutes is fine.
Okay,
I think that's still pretty demanding.
Have you ever ran for 15 minutes? Have you ever ran for 15 minutes?
Yeah,
like nonstop?
I run every day.
Every day?
Every day.
And then you don't get tired after 15 minutes?
No, I run for about an hour.
So you're the type of woman I hate. 15 minutes running consecutively, not stopping.
What's wrong with that?
Exactly.
I do like 45 minutes a day myself.
Let me talk to people more my size.
I can't bend over and put my socks on. I'm more with him.
I'm just saying 15 minutes max. You don't need to go
So you mean to tell
forever.
me you want me to do this for 15 minutes? Nonstop.
I don't have a timer on you. I'm down with a 5-minute quickie too if we both have fun. If we're both like...
Okay.
And I've
okay
clearly
5 minutes is still pretty long.
He's like, can we meet in the middle?
What are you looking for? 45 seconds? What is it that you're looking for?
We're on opposite ends of this
Commercial break.
Listen, I told him when we first came out on the road.
Yeah.
I told him about that. I go, dude, you got to lose weight.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So he weighed like 500, lost 150 pounds from that time.
Wow.
But I told him, you can't come on the road like that. A, the road is harder than you think. And B, you're going to have a lot of chicks hitting on you because they're going to hear me go up on stage. They're going to want to bang me, but then they're going to hear all my jokes about my wife, and I'm going to say my wife, and it's going to turn them off.
Yeah.
Some chicks aren't turned off by that,
right?
But the majority are.
Yeah.
And a lot of them kind of slide into the spot.
They're like, oh, you're the second funniest person tonight.
They're going to expect more than 3 seconds from you. So you know what I mean?
Listen,
you
I'm
need
really
to start
good
running
now.
for 15 minutes a day.
You got into shape.
No. Listen, I got good cardio.
And you're not as big as you were, even though.
So how'd you lose 150 friggin' pounds?
Cocaine. But listen,
dude, I swear to God, man, there was a time where he was doing so much blow that I was like, what are they cutting it with butter? How are you not losing weight?
Cutting it with butter.
But he wasn't losing weight. He's the only dude I know that we would hang out and he was doing blow, and I'm like,
I would sprinkle it on pizza. I sprinkle it on pizza. It was like Parmesan cheese. You just put it on pizza, and it was just a cup.
I'm like, I'm doing a line. I'm not eating for 3 days. This dude wakes up in the morning. You want to go have brunch? Brunch? What are you talking about? I don't want to eat forever right now. I have no idea what's going on with this guy.
No, I did HCG.
HCG?
Yeah, so it's a female hormone girls get when they're pregnant and it eats away at your fat.
Okay, HCG is human chorionic gonadotropin. That's the name of it.
Wow.
So what happens is when a woman is pregnant, the baby will take any part of that female that it needs.
That's
it
for
will
sure.
literally take bone marrow from a mother.
That is for sure.
Really?
Yes.
It'll
If
take
she
all your
doesn't, it will do whatever it needs.
Yeah.
So HCG, what it does, it's a hormone that makes the babies eat the fat in a woman before it eats anything else.
I have never heard of this.
So when a man goes on HCG, we're able to eat 500 calories and still not lose muscle mass.
Right.
So you can do a 35-day thing, lose about 40 pounds of fat and maybe 3 pounds, of actual muscle, as opposed to if you went on a 500-calorie diet without it, you'd lose so much of your muscle mass.
Yeah.
Now, what are the side effects? You grow a vagina? Or,
listen, my titties are beautiful.
He's got nice titties. He's got nice titties. Look at his titties. Look at his titties.
Look, it's nice titties, man. That's why lesbians love me. they can get away with it.
Let me ask, so this is a fascinating concept I've never heard of before.
HCG,
Just think of, with your mother having 18 kids, how much friggin' nutrition this woman lost over the years.
Yeah. Right?
Dude, but my mother's just a machine, bro.
Yeah.
Like, my mother is 4 feet 10 inches tall.
Wow.
So she's tiny.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So when she's pregnant, she literally looked like one of those big balls that you have at the gym with a head. You know what I mean? Oh, she looked like the robot R8. What's that little?
I know the
new
robot.
robot.
Yeah.
BB-8.
BB-8. That's what she looked like. I swear to God. Just imagine a little woman, just huge, pregnant, just running around. That's what she looked like. But she was just a machine. Like when I was born, my mother had a doula type person, but it wasn't really a doula. Whatever. Somebody helping her
like a
out.
housewife.
Kind of.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, I'm going to go to the market and be back right away. And she went and got milk. By the time she came back, I was clean. I was on my mom's stomach, umbilical cord cut, the whole thing. My mom was actually sweeping up all the matter that came out.
Oh my God!
She had me by herself.
She just
Dude, I was number 17. Don't look so surprised. Jesus Christ.
When I said you walked out, I was kidding, but seriously, she just like squatted and boop.
Pretty
there you
much.
go.
She's a registered nurse now. No.
Nursing school, just like that. Boom, done.
My mother can tell you.
She's a bad bitch.
My
I
mother
wanna
can
meet your
tell
mom.
you just by looking at your stomach if you're going to have a boy or a girl. She's never been wrong.
I'm sure. That
Like
makes
she'll
sense.
touch it and go,
Yeah.
okay, yes, I'm going to be a boy. And it's always whatever she says.
She said I was going to have a girl, but it hasn't come out yet.
No, I think you misunderstood. She said you're going to turn into a girl. With those big fat titties of yours.
She wasn't wrong then. She's 19 for 19. But by the time I came around, like my mother passed. My mother who birthed me passed away about a year and a half ago. And one of my, when I talked about her in the eulogy, I was like, you know what? My mother did the best that she could, and she did everything she did for the right reasons. She's this old school in a new school. It was hard for her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was difficult for her to understand that 16-year-old kids here date. You know what I mean? Wow. My mother didn't get that because my mother, where she comes from, if you go out on a date, then the guy just keeps you.
Wow.
And that's it at the age of 15.
At the age of, right.
Like I have 3 sisters that got pregnant at 15 because they went on a date and then just ended up living with the dude. And they were quote unquote married. That's just the way it was.
And that's in Honduras, right?
Yeah. But not even like where we're from is so in the boonies that even people from Honduras go, God damn! You know what I mean? like that kind of thing.
Okay.
Like old reference, but kind of like Karen Carpenter telling you you're skinny. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of like Amy Winehouse being like, you do too much drugs. This kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like Steph Curry saying, you take too many threes. They're like that kind of moment. So but my family's just, what I've learned, what helps me with my family is like the majority of what I'm doing right now, this specific special is about how I see America differently than so many people.
Yeah, because
and I see
of your
it that way,
perspective, sure.
Right? Because I don't understand all this division. I don't get the replacement theories or any of that stuff. I understand some black people are pissed. I get it. And Native Americans pissed. I get it. Shit, I'm pissed sometimes about the stuff, right? Like I'm
from
still
Canada.
waiting.
I'm pissed.
Right. Well, listen, like I want a Latino superhero movie.
Yeah.
Black people got theirs, women got theirs, Asians got theirs.
Yeah.
We are the largest minority in this country.
Right.
That's a very good point.
Largest minority in this country.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's still no superhero with us, right? So there are jokes that come out from that perspective. But, the most diverse entity, corporation, whatever you want to call it, in the world is the United States military. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There is no place that hires people, that gives people money for pay, that is more mixed than that. Mm-hmm. If you watch the opening ceremony to the Olympics, we're the only country that doesn't look or sound like a country.
Yeah,
right?
you're right.
Right? Like, that Gudjonsson is Swedish.
Yes, exactly.
You know that Mikhailovich is somewhere in the Ukraine, somewhere Eastern Bloc. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know that Rahim Muhammad Khuluch, you know where he's from.
Right.
You know Mbuku Nkoko, you know where he's from.
Right.
The difference is that all those people are on our team too. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Right.
And so that's like, I watch that and go, I don't see what you see. Mm-hmm. I see how pissed off must you be if you're from China and you're Chinese from China.
Yeah.
And there's a dude named Chen winning a gold medal for United States.
Yes.
In skating. Mm-hmm. That's my America, right?
Yeah.
Like that, I appreciate that. I love that. I don't see that as a bad thing because I love food. I love what America does with food.
How did hamburgers become American when they're literally named after a place called Hamburg, Germany?
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Hot dogs, same thing. Like that's what we do. I love it. You know, it's like when people go, "Oh, yeah, let me tell you something, man. Taco Bell isn't real Mexican." No, of course not. But they invented a Mexican pizza. Go fuck yourself. It's amazing. That thing is so amazing that recently they tried to get rid of it, and people were like, "No, you gotta bring the Mexican pizza back." Dude, that's amazing. Only in America do we do that. See, when you go to other countries, especially Europe, everything's about tradition. This is how we do it. This is what you do it. That's not what we do in America. In America, dude, we have people that smoke weed that come up with concepts like, what if the shell of the taco is a Dorito? Boom, Dorito. Like, dude, that's amazing. I mean, we do stuff in this country that nobody else does. We mix in ways that nobody else does. We're the only country that needs 23andMe.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
No, it's true.
Exactly.
We fuck each other so much that literally a generation or two later, we're like, what? By the way, what the fuck am I? Like, that's awesome to me. That's amazing. And I'm not going to get stuck with the few white people that are racist or the few black people that are racist or the few Mexicans that are. I'm not going to get stuck in that. That shit is too loud, but it's an insignificant voice. It's not real. That's not real. You know, you look outside and you see people buying stuff. You see people shopping. You see people getting food and they're complaining. They're complaining about it. America sucks. It's horrible. Ding, ding. Oh, yeah, that's my Grubhub. Seriously, dude? Like, we're the fattest country in the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we still complain.
Yeah. And one of my best friends is from Nicaragua, and he always says that America is the bar scene at Star Wars. They're literally, right? Wow. I mean, there's literally something for everybody. Right? It is a good analogy.
But we are also the only country that allows for the hyphenated American. No other country in the world does that.
Right.
You are not British American.
Right.
You're not American African. Right. There's no country. Like in let's just take Paris in France. You're French or you're not.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
They don't have French Algerian. They don't have that. So that's how accepting America is, that we'll hyphenate you.
Yeah.
Because we want you here. Because the beauty of America is when you've been here too long, right? When you live in the hood, you have fire, you have fiber, you have, you know what I mean? You come with this, I don't care, you know what I mean? Like an illegal immigrant, think of what it takes to know that it's illegal, to cross it anyway, to bust your ass, to know that every day they can take it away from you and still love this country the way they do. We need that. Because that's the attitude that keeps America fresh. I can do it. I don't care. Look, how many of those people are on your baseball team right now?
Yeah, right,
those dreamers, you know what I mean? Without them, we just have a bunch of middle-class people from Palo Alto complaining and bitching about how they used to be able to go to Half Moon Bay, but now we gotta, we can't do it. Like, oh my God, how horrible it must be to live in Cupertino. Go fuck yourself, dude. Seriously. Meanwhile, everybody from Watsonville is like, everything is great. I know it smells like shit, but I like it. You know what I'm saying? It's like we need that attitude. We forget, and so that's why we need the influx, in my opinion. Yeah. Because we forget. Yeah. You know what I mean? We forget. Like if I was white, I would never say replacement theory. Right? How hypocritical is it of you?
Exactly.
Oh my God, they're trying to replace us. Somewhere in America, there's a Native American going, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like seriously? This is just accept it. And by the way, how arrogant.
Right.
How arrogant for you to assume that your whiteness supersedes my brownness.
Yes.
Because
exactly.
I have kids with a white woman.
Right.
And my kids are not white, but they're not me either.
Right.
They're a mixture of both.
I
lost. Like my kids don't speak Spanish. They lost that. Yeah. I fucking tried too. I hired a woman to take care of my kids to speak Spanish to them.
Come on, did you?
Yes.
Yeah.
I speak Spanish to them. And my goddamn kids are like, I don't want to talk Spanish, Dad. But I just got to give it up and go, okay, you know what?
Now that person's speaking English.
Exactly.
Taught them English.
This is what it is. And so now we go back and forth. I see the beauty in all of it. I don't see all this crap that everybody sees. I don't know.
We're going to have to get him to run for office.
I know, right? But
I can't because I hate people. I love humanity. Dude, I hate people. I do. I hate people. I love humanity.
Yeah.
That's why I'm good at stand-up.
Yeah.
I love the crowd.
Yeah.
But I hate people. People are fucking myopic and they don't see the big picture and they think that their world is everybody's world and that their problems are everybody's problems.
Entitled,
and you're entitled. Like, not to be a dick, but just from a numerical standpoint, this country has been predominantly white for pretty much ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if you're white and you haven't accomplished shit in all those years when you had a head start, I'm sorry, Jack. I'm feeling sorry for you, bro. You're telling me that Jose, who can't even say you, says Jew, took your fucking job and you've been here so long that you had to 23andMe or Ancestor.com. This dude can't even speak English. Like, that's what bothers me.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lady who works at a McDonald's off of the 101 in Santa Maria, California. I swear to God, her accent is so thick. The first time we met, I was high and she said creepy chicken. And for 20 minutes, I'm going, what is free? Wait, creepy chicken. And I remember going, God damn, I'm so high, I can't remember what creepy chicken is. And he tried to get pissed. He tried to get mad at her and go, look at her. She can't even say crispy chicken. And I said, fuck that. I'm mad at the people in this country who interviewed for that same job.
Yes.
And were bested by the lady that said creepy chicken. And when I said, I swear to God, when I go, what is the healthiest thing on the menu? And she said, fellatio fish. I said to myself, I can't get mad at her.
No. I'd say, give me 4 of those.
Listen, it was delicious.
How do you get mad? And if you were bested by her,
that's on you.
That's
you deserve
on you,
to
bro.
be bested by. Yes, absolutely.
You deserve to be bested by her.
Or
and
how
that's
fucked up is that person that got bested by that lost to a woman that says fellatio chicken.
Yeah.
Exactly, dude.
Exactly.
Fellatio fish
Fellatio
and creepy
fish.
chicken.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude,
Looks like I wouldn't get that job.
So that it was you that got bested by her, wasn't it?
I'm thinking of fellatio and chickens.
Exactly. Whatever it is. Everybody just, because of marketing, because of niche, because we went from everybody paying attention to the same stuff to everybody being segregated, as you guys know.
Yeah. What
happens is now it's easy for everybody to go to, no, we're only going to go to these people. We're only going to talk to these people. We're only going to, and nobody wants to talk to everybody anymore.
Right.
Everybody's trying to talk to specific. And I don't do that. Like, one of my pet peeves, and he'll tell you, is when these guys go on stage and go, man, there's a lot of black people. They get on stage and go, why are you doing that, bro? Why are you acting surprised?
Right.
Or when my buddy goes, man, this looks like the United Nations. And I was like, and that's a bad fucking thing? Like, how is that a bad thing? This is reflective of what it's supposed to be. I just want people to know that when you become middle class and you become protective, when you go from I want to make, I want to acquire, I want to get, to I want to keep whatever shit I have, that's when you become a little toxic because you start blaming everybody else for what is your power, right? It's like when you're in the hood, nobody cares what you do. You can turn your garage into a 3-bedroom apartment.
Yep.
Once you move to a middle-class neighborhood, you're like, is this color approved by the homeowners association? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, when you live in the hood and the cops come, you didn't see shit. You don't know shit.
Yeah.
Once you become middle class, all of a sudden you go, officer, Monica has the entire thing on the ring. She's going to download it for you right now. I'm a member of the neighborhood watch. It's like fucking, you change and you become intrusive into other people's shit.
Hey, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
We've got to wrap this up just because I think Baby Huey turned the heat on in here, and I'm dying.
I am too. I'm sweating my ass off.
I am too. I think, what?
I was like, I thought I lost weight. What the hell is going on
that's
here?
Huey's system. What he does is he turns the heat on, so that way we only do it for a certain amount of time before everyone passes out.
Perfect, Huey.
Exactly.
So when will your
Huey.
special come out on HBO?
I do not know when it's going to come out. We do it now, and then we'll see. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, when it comes out,
I'm doing 2 specials. So I'm doing one right now, and in a month, I'm going to do the next one. So,
and let's get a plug in for Cisco.
And Cisco Duran is doing one too.
I'm doing one. I already have one on HBO right now, so if you guys want to watch it.
You could go to HBO Max and type in Cisco Duran.
Yeah,
Cisco Duran.
It's his first, it's like a 15-minute.
quick 15-minute special. And
pair of jokers special.
Yeah, and then this one's going to be 30 minutes. So
You talk about how to make your cock 2 inches bigger?
I
might use that
will.
tip.
Peekaboo.
I
I'll
will
never
mention
forget it.
something of the sorts.
Okay.
Thank you for saying that because he was asking me on the way here, should he do those sex jokes? And I said, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
On this show?
So now you know. I
Very
said
iffy
yes.
about
There
it,
you
but
go.
yeah, it sounds fun.
Talk about your
Absolutely.
fuda, bro.
That's a term
I
we
will.
never
It's gonna
heard,
happen.
and I'll never forget. I can promise
You're
you that.
welcome.
Thank you guys so much for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Yeah, thank
Our
you,
first
guys.
celebrities on the
Appreciate
Bonus
it,
Bone
guys.
podcast. All right, you guys, we'll talk to you next week. Thanks for hanging out with us. Bye.